My name is Jonathan Burdick. I'm Dean of College Admission and Vice Provost at the University of Rochester. And my hope for the future is that ALA is not only a bright, successful place for its next 50 years according to the original vision, but a model for other places to follow. The African Leadership Academy students, the ALA students, as everybody on campus knows them, have sort of taken the place by storm. They've been a big part of our engineering school in many cases. They've done all kinds of leadership and activities. They're a well-known part of the fabric of our university, so it's been transformative. They've got this entirely extra dimension that they are motivated about why they're studying these objects. So if they're taking a mechanical engineering course, it's not theoretical, it's not abstract. They're thinking about how they will use this knowledge to go back and build a sustainable oven or a road or ensure railroads get put across their home country. They've got very specific needs they've grown up with and understand that they can put these principles and the things they're learning into almost immediate practice. I think actually they've elevated everybody's game. You can't make excuses when you come from Kenya to Rochester to do something and accomplish something, and them not being able to have excuses for performance or behavior has blended in with the rest of the campus in a really helpful way. The theory for a person like me is that the more cognitive difference, the more different mindsets and backgrounds I bring onto a campus, the more interesting everybody's educational experience is, the more real problems you can solve with diversity of opinions. It isn't psychologically comfortable if you weren't raised with that, and that's true for some of the African students, and it's true for some of the American students. So I'm very conscious that I'm deliberately creating a source of tension on a relatively small residential campus. But I'm deliberate about that, and I tell them that that's what we're doing. We're trying to afflict the comfortable so that they will grow and be challenged to do the next thing. It was a huge financial commitment almost from the very beginning. 6 students at what was then $50,000 a year is now $60,000 per year is not an easy proposition for a place like Rochester. And my boss, my provost, 4 years ago said, well, the proof remains. The question is, will they succeed? And then we'll find out if this was a worthwhile thing to do. I'm happy to say not only are all 6 of these graduating, but all the others, the 22, 23 that have come behind them, are all on the same outstanding track. My provost has now been down to the ALA campus just a couple of weeks ago to see for himself and wrote me back with enthusiasm. You've got 8 or 9 great more students coming. I'm very excited about them. So I took a risk, I guess, because I have to manage that budget, and I'm judged on whether it's successfully managed, but I've got complete buy-in now from all levels of the university. When the first students were coming our way, there was a quote from the 2 founders of Google who said that the future of the planet is locked up in African engineers. And of course, the vast majority of our students coming to Rochester have been engineering students. And I think it's true. Solving the problems of Africa and also correctly and sustainably using the great resources that are buried in Africa for the benefit of the entire world, primarily for the Africans, is, I think, one of the big problems for us to solve. I don't think we did everything we were supposed to do on China. Things got out of hand. There's a lot of smog. There's a lot of problems. India has some threat to go that same way. We can get it right in Africa, and these are the people that are going to help us do it.